Do you know what deloading is? I don't hear it being talked about much often. And I remember reading about it, and it stood out to me. And it may be personality driven. You know, if you have a lot of fire going through you, or you feel like maybe that element a bit more than others, you know, like traditional Chinese medicine again will be like, this person's like, you know, fire dominant. It may say something like that. Then deloading might be for you because, you know, sometimes because I feel like I have so much fire in life, I have to put reminders. I have to put checklists out because, like, you know, the nature of the fire, like I'll burn myself out. I won't leave any oils, you know, and, you know, why am I, you know, feeling so angry? Why am I maybe feeling a bit more down? And the beauty of deloading, I think, helps with that. You know, if you've accepted that as an adult, you put away childish things, so you understand men who have tits is and big old guts, that's childish. Like, you know, men don't have tits. That means you're not a man. You're acting like a child. You're acting like a boy. You're not doing the right things. Obviously, it's an accumulation, and that's the word I was getting to, accumulation. So, you know, the idea of this deloading that I do is for 2 weeks, we're super accumulating. We're super accumulating the benefits of physical exercise, intensity, volume. But, you know, in life, that's not all we're accumulating. Like, you know, there's lifestyle factors. Like, you know, if you have a family, those are stressors as well. So, let's say for 2 weeks, like, you take this on, super accumulation, like you dedicate yourself to training like you should. So this is a win-win. This is a win-win structure, in my opinion. Like, you should be going for it for 2 weeks. And then for 5 days we deload. And I remember reading about it, you know, if my memory serves me correctly, it was 2 weeks of a super accumulation and 5 weeks of super compensation, of deloading. So, you know, I checked my calendar. I checked my calendar before, you know, going to the gym right now. And I knew, like, man, I wonder when my deloading days are coming up, because, like, today, it's like, it feels rough. Doesn't feel as smooth as maybe as much fire should be in my system. And oddly enough, tomorrow, like, I'm scheduled to deload. Now, what does this also do for, you know, very passionate individuals, very fire dominant individuals, like myself, maybe like you? It sets you up for success because you have so much passion, you have so much fire. I will go through the pain. Like, you know, I will disconnect from reality to go through this pain. Because you know, I've accepted that, like, this is the right thing to do. And the fire is burning so much that, you know, we're unaware of, you know, like, you know, the maybe the after effects, the damage that could be taking its toll. So, I started picking this deloading up, you know, a couple years ago, and I find it to be extremely beneficial. So, in summary of, like, deloading, what I would say is, like, my training time and volume is, like, cut maybe 80%, maybe 70 to 80%. So, you know, I have time to recover. And if you're lean enough, like, maybe you have carbs, but if you're not, like, you maximize the protein during those days. But that does not give you, like, an excuse to especially as you get older, I find this to be true. When I was younger, and I'm like naturally skinny. When I was younger, maybe I could get away with it, but as I've progressed into my 30s, like it's like the carbs are more and more difficult to tolerate and to metabolize. You just have to have that relationship with the truth and not give this, another lame excuse like of why you could eat junk food because you're at somebody's party and you're deloading, you're super compensating, but like your body is screaming at you, I have tits, I'm supposed to be a man, or I have all the cellulite on my legs, I'm supposed to be beautiful. Like you are trashing, you're abusing your body if you're like extremely skinny, if you're extremely overweight, you're abusing your body and it is screaming. That's why it's looking the way it is visually disgusting. It's screaming of disgust, it's screaming of help for you. So, if you're gonna deload, do it correctly.